Hey, you know how San Francisco has become infamous for its homeless problem, its dirty streets, and its government policies that have driven out lots of businesses? Well, the government isn't working to attract the return of business owners, but it does seem to have jumped into action to clean some of the streets, to make it look attractive, as Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping head there for a meeting. Hi everyone, I'm Gardner Goldsmith for MRC-TV. The streets of San Francisco. They're well known, not merely for being associated with the television crime show that launched the career of actor Michael Douglas, not merely because Lombard Street is famous for being one of the curviest in the world, and not just because they're very hilly, overlooking the beauty of San Francisco Bay. Recently, they've become well known as sites of crime and filth, including human waste. Sites that have inspired many residents to decry the tax and spend leftist city government, even as that government made it official policy to not prosecute many forms of shoplifting. By the way, California statute actually categorizes the shoplifting of items worth up to $950 as a misdemeanor. And of course, the San Francisco government's minimum wage mandates have harmed existing workers and driven away startup job opportunities. Yet somehow, and likely not due to the efforts of actors Karl Malden and the aforementioned Mr. Douglas, some of those streets of San Francisco now are magically clean and free of the drug-addled homeless who once filled the sidewalks with trash and other unpleasant things. Marjorie Hernandez reported November 10th for the New York Post that the city of San Francisco, which until this week seemed incapable of handling the homeless and human fecal problems on many streets, appears to have sprung into action, perhaps to offer the impending visit of Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping a lovely, not-so-stinky backdrop. Quote, drug addicts, dealers, and homeless who have plagued San Francisco's downtown have miraculously disappeared this week as the city cleans up for a huge international event. Sources tell the Post the homeless have been pushed to other parts of the city in preparation for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation APEC Summit, which starts tomorrow and runs through November 17th. Well, no word as to whether the Pelosi house will be open to Xi Jinping and Biden, or perhaps to more homeless people, but that's beside the point. Quote, however, residents and business owners said city officials' attempt to herd transients and drug addicts is only a band-aid to a severe problem as drug overdoses continue to plague the city. But why wouldn't the city officials want collectivists like Biden and Xi Jinping to see the results of collectivism on the streets? Why not let them experience the hardship and joblessness dealt to people when politicians take people's money and issue nearly limitless mandates that drive jobs out of the city? Quote, the city focused on 7 intersections in the Tenderloin and south of Market, or SoMa neighborhoods, which is home to some of the more concentrated encampments where drug-addled people high on fentanyl and heroin can be seen passing out on the streets every day. They started clearing the tents earlier this week, and there is definitely a lot more police presence, SoMa resident and community activist Richie Lee Wynn told the Post. Was that Michael Douglas and Karl Malden clearing the streets? Oh no, that's right, it wasn't. Said Wynn, quote, they've cleared out the tents that were near the Moscone Center on Howard Street, which tells me the city had the capability to do this all along. Instead, they just do the bare minimum. If only there were some other solution, a way to privatize areas of San Francisco and allow local people to stop shelling out cash to politicians like Mayor London Breed. She, the person who infamously imposed business-killing lockdowns in 2020, but defied her own edicts in order to dance and party at a nightclub to the music of Tony Tone, or Tony. Yeah, perhaps that legendary band will play for the visiting dignitaries as more tax cash is burned at the conference. Quote, among the APEC attendees will be President Joe Biden, who will meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping, which was announced on Friday. The event is expected to draw over 20,000 visitors to the city by the Bay. Well, locals might not get a long-term answer here, but observers of economics will actually get to note the classic example of Frederick Bastier's dictum regarding what is seen and what is not seen. Government operates by promoting what can be seen. It promotes clean streets when the limelight is turned on. It promotes a project or a public-private partnership, also known as fascism, while it hides the multitudinous opportunities that it steals from people who would rather direct their resources into projects, hiring, or savings that they prefer in order to better their lives. Thus, this week, two of the most recognizable faces of collectivism will meet in one of the most infamous American sites of collectivism in action. But the face of the city will be different. The face will be cleaner while it's being seen by the world. Thanks for watching, one and all. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on Rumble, where they don't censor us. Of course, when you get the opportunity, share the videos, give it the thumbs up. You can also visit YouTube, where they do censor us, and we appreciate you making sure that you're still subscribed over there. Visit us at MRCTV.org. That's MRCTV.org to find out what the whole team is doing. And while you're there, please consider donating to the Media Research Center and checking out what is in the MRC Store. Great items there. You can find us in Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Twitter/X. And on Gab, I'm at Gardner Goldsmith, and on Twitter/X, I'm at Gard Goldsmith. For MRC TV, I'm Gardner Goldsmith.